I'm live. I'm not talking. I'm just painting. I just want to document the biggest canvas ever for me. It's going to be really boring, guys, if you're watching, but I just want to document the beginning.
So the biggest canvas ever?
Of the biggest canvas I have ever done. You're adjusting?
Yeah, I'm adjusting it.
I'm gonna be over there too.
I know.
I don't even know if anybody's even on there.
Yep. What uppers?
Oh, let me show you what I'm doing. Can you see it clear?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah.
they can see it.
Sharon took this picture very early on when we first met. So that's what I'm gonna do. Very special picture. It's actually, I don't know if you can see it, but we were out going toward Modesto on this country road. And in the middle of nowhere, there was those bunches of trees
Yes, Jennifer, that's the meeting.
and a whole bunch of animals. It looked like they were having a meeting under the shade.
Well, that's why I called it the meeting.
Yeah, there was like a horse. It looked like the horse was holding a meeting, talking to a bunch of lambs and goats. It was funny.
Yeah.
This is the biggest canvas I've ever worked on. What I'm doing now, I don't know what other artists call it. I just do my own thing. But I call it blocking. I'm blocking the canvas, meaning just the main things. Like right now, I'm just separating the grass from the sky. I'm just covering all the white. So I'm just blocking it. But I just thought it'd be cool to document it. That way later on, and it gets closer and closer to get finished, it's gonna be pretty cool for me, you know, to
You have documented.
and have it documented and watch it.
Especially this one, because this one's special. They're all special, but
Yeah.
I really wanted this one.
Originally, this was only gonna be for Sharon, but she's like, no, she wants to get it G-clay, but I'm like, I ain't gonna make that many. So, and I probably won't,
I said I was only allowed 5.
but not this size, right?
No.
Smaller.
No.
It'll be smaller, but we're gonna do
I'm only gonna have bigger.
G-clay reproductions of it when it's done. This thing, man, I've never used so much paint in my life just to block. That's crazy. So I'm using this green, but it's too dark of a green. Wow, I just went through this whole tube in 5 minutes. That's crazy. That's all. See how it's too dark? So I put a little bit of white in it.
Right, I just logged out. Don't forget Abraham has an appointment.
Yeah, I know. A little bit of brown. And then I mix it because I'm basically, you know, I guess when blocking is, I guess, like priming it, huh? When you prime something before
Yeah.
you paint it. See, that's the 3 colors, and I'll just mix it. So basically, I'm putting the undercoat. If there's going to be greenery here, I'm going to undercoat it with green. The sky obviously is going to be a blue, you know. So, see, I just mix it up, get that nice. Look like guacamole. If I had chips, oh, I'd be eating it. And it doesn't. Here's what's cool, right? It doesn't have to be the same exact shade all the way through, because if you ever look at a field or a park, it's all different shades of green. So it's not like I have to mix it exactly the way I mixed up here. And because it's different greens, it's like it gives it dimension. Anyways, once it gets closer and closer, you know. I'll look at you guys' comments in a second. Let me run out of this paint and I'm gonna see what comments you have. You know what's weird is when you start putting different shades, like it plays with your head and you actually start seeing stuff like, oh man, that starts looking like grass. So that looks like a little indentation in the grass. It's weird what happens. We have this canvas custom made. Anytime we do custom canvases or frames, we always go to Gabino at the Galleria here in Stockton.
I have an appointment and I gotta meet him here.
And they don't make canvases this big, guys. We actually had to buy the canvas. Like, oh, let me show you the canvas. See this stuff right here? This is canvas. Every time you see a painting made out of canvas.
Honey, folder with your resumes in there.
And I took it to the frame shop, and he had it. He basically had it wrapped, it's called stretch. He had it stretched.
Okay.
And then I paint it with this
He's online.
gesso.
Yes.
This gesso is what makes this like paintable, because if you just paint on this, it's gonna soak it because it's material. It's like cotton. Anyway, trying to block this green. As you can tell, there's no details when you block it. You're just trying to cover the white. That was my first mistake when I first started painting. Is I thought I had to start painting details from the beginning, and oh man, it was so hard to do. Like if there was a tree here, I thought I had to start doing the leaves. No, just block it first. I wasted so much time trying to, like if I started on the tree, I thought I had to make the tree perfect. And no, everything's in stages. First you block the whole thing, and then you block the big parts of it. If there's a big tree, if there's a big mountain, if there's a big, then you block that. And so basically it's almost like, you ever had binoculars and it's not clear at first, but you can somewhat see the shapes of what you're looking at? Kind of like that. Like right now, we're looking at it really blurry. Nothing is in focus yet. So each stage is getting closer into focus and closer into focus. Because what ends up happening, I learned this the hard way, is when you try to put everything in focus, the person that sees the painting doesn't know what they're supposed to concentrate on. Like for instance, if I'm standing and talking to you, and let's say there's a building 2 blocks away, and there's mountains even further. Not everything is clear. If you're looking at me, everything else is in a peripheral. It's there, but it's not like super HD sharp. But then if you look at the building, I turn blurry. And then if you look at the mountains, the buildings and I turn blurry. So the way our eyes work, not everything is sharp and clear. So I used to attempt to paint like that. I used to think if it's in the painting, everything has to be really clear. No, that's not the way the eyes work. If the eyes don't work that way, why was I trying to paint that way? It took me a long time to learn that one. Remember, babe, we talked about that? Yeah. That's like a rookie mistake. You ever took a picture with a cheap camera and everything is clear? Like let's say a graduation picture, right? You have somebody that has a professional camera, somebody that has a regular phone, and they both take a picture of the same person. But somehow that person's looks way better. It has nothing to do with them having a $1,000 camera. It's the lens, because the lens is focused on the person and blurs everything else out. To where the phone, everything's gonna be clear, so you don't even know what to look at. You're looking at the person in the gown, you're looking at the 50 other people around them, you're looking at even the cars, everything's clear. That's not the way the brain works and the eyes work. Look at that. Out of paint again. I gotta make it just for that last part. And then I can hit the sky with that nice blue. See, look at this. That nice blue. And then you see all these trees. They just basically look like shrubs back there. That's gonna be somewhere here. I'm probably just gonna finish this green because I gotta take Abraham somewhere right now. But I don't want to leave with that little part not undone. I just used this whole green. I'm gonna have to go to Hobby Lobby and pick one up right now. A little bit of white. I don't think I have any brown either. Thank God Hobby Lobby is literally 3 minutes, 4 minutes away. I can just easily go. I got nervous when the pandemic happened at first and everything shut down. There was no way for me to get paint other than Amazon. And even Amazon didn't have the paint I liked, so I had to order from Hobby Lobby, and it took like 2 weeks. So I stocked up on everything, but you see, I just used all my green. I think I have another one actually, but I don't like knowing that I only have one left. Because I use green a lot and blue a lot. As soon as I finish this green, I'm gonna see if anybody's commented or questions. That's it. I just blocked it. Use the extra. Just kind of put it anywhere. Give it different shades. Oh, you know what? I forgot this edge. Almost forgot the edge. Also, the deeper the stage is, the smaller the brushes get. Can't forget the edges. This is a gallery wrap. I'll show you the difference from a gallery wrap. Gallery wraps are made to not be framed. Let me see if there's any comments. Robert, oh, thanks, thank you. Alex, Antonio. Website, www.houseofrestchurch.com. I wonder if I can,
Right, honey. See you in a little bit.
okay.
Yeah.
What time's this appointment?
2:30, I think, or something.
All right, what time is it now?
Bye, guys.
Watch that paint.
Right.
Oh, I was gonna tell you the difference
My keys.
from a gallery wrap,
My
but
keys, my keys,
I don't have a
my
good
keys.
example. I don't know. I thought I had a gallery wrap somewhere. Is what done yet, Jennifer? I just did the green. I blocked the green. So now I'm gonna block this with the sky blue. But I gotta rinse this off real quick. So give me like 1 minute. Told you to be back. Had to wash my brush, get it ready for the blue. Wash this off, get it ready for the blue. I have a lot of blue because sky uses a lot of blue. But this is too dark, so I'm gonna mix it with white, just like the green. Almost everything is mixed with white until you get to the details at the end. Then you don't. That's gonna take a lot of blue. I honestly don't even really like this blue, but it's the primer, it's the bottom, so this shade of blue is probably not even gonna show once the whole painting is done. Look at that, it's weird, huh? Let me see. Is it done yet? So now I mix it. I mix the blue and the white to get it lighter. Actually, it's not light enough. I want it lighter. It's got to be really light. This is the fun part. Kind of reminds me of kindergarten. That might look okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to put this on the top, and the next mix is going to be lighter when it's lower. Clouds, don't worry about clouds till later. Right now, it's just blocking the colors. And the main colors are, look at this. The main color, blue, green, brown. So that's what I'm worried about right now. I'm just actually looking at this. I need to make that lighter. This blue's too dark. Mix in some more white. Even though that top corner is dark, I kind of just gonna leave it. I like it. It just gives it texture. If you ever stare at the sky, again, you're gonna see different shades of blue. It's not all gonna be exactly even usually. Especially the closer you get to the earth, the lighter it gets. Man, or not, my hand's hurting. I had to buy these brushes just for this canvas. I've never painted nothing this big. So these are brand new. And I'm not used to it. weird. I didn't realize my hand would get tight. Like I said, I'm just blocking. No detail at all whatsoever. Last thing on my mind is details right now. I'm just trying to cover the white canvas. That's it. When you try to, I remember before when I started painting, I used to try to conquer a painting, and it felt too complex. It's like there's too much. But once you start working in layers like this, it's not so hard, honestly. I mean, of course, you had to learn, but I was making it harder for myself before by trying to add in detail from the beginning. Instead of just blocking it in. If you don't know what to block in if you're going to paint, you know how you can make yourself look at something blurry, like you cross your eyes? And really that's how you know what to block. Like, I don't know what to block in. Or like make your eyes blurry. What shapes you do see, that's what you block in. Getting these edges because I'll forget later. Oh, I thought I sprayed paint on my face. Didn't. I try not to, if I do this, I always make sure. Is it time?
Yeah, it's
2:02?
Yeah, it takes about 15 minutes.
Takes like 15 minutes?
That's what it said.
Huh?
That's what it said.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna have to stop this right now, guys. I gotta take Abraham to the appointment.
Appointment.
See, even if I do this to get the paint in there, I don't leave those swirls. So I always go back and that way the brush stroke is always the same on the sky. It'll mess it up, man. If you're like going this way and this way, it won't look right. It won't look. So even if I do stuff like this, I even it back out. I'm trying to finish this blue before I take them because this will dry by the time I get back. So what I'll do when I get back is I'm gonna do a lighter blue and do the rest. And then I'll get the lighter blue and kind of blend it up also. so it blends. That way, I don't want a clear line of dark blue to light blue. It'll just start light, and then I'll start blending it upward, so it looks natural. Like I'm already done with this blue.